Hello and welcome to this video about The Wild 8. That's a story survival game by Fantastic, formerly 8 Points, set in the cold and snowy wilderness of Alaska. As the survivor of a plane crash, you're not just trying to investigate what's going on, but are primarily busy with trying to stay alive. And if things weren't complicated enough already, you soon notice there are some strange things going on up there in the cold north. I already did a video about the game almost exactly a year ago, so for me this also was a return trip, checking out how things developed. The Wild 8 can be played solo or in cooperative multiplayer with friends. This video however contains single player footage only. After getting back on your feet after the crash, the order of the day is to assure your immediate survival. This is done by following the tutorial, collecting food, resources, building a shelter and, very important, starting a fire. Next to starving, the cold is your main enemy. That's no surprise considering the devs are coming from the far north of Russia. And while you can of course run around and explore the world, the Wild 8 has a clear story focus with main and side quests. Survival is more the annoyance along the way. You're not building a village or something like that as in other survival games. At least until you reach the first bunker, you should follow what the game suggests. But, of course, no survival game comes without crafting. Primarily you will be collecting wood and ore to build and improve your shelter and workshop. A leveled up building allows more advanced recipes. Those include weapons, clothes, armor, tools, traps, healing items, etc. A stone axe is much more useful at gathering wood than using your bare hands and should drastically improve your cold resistance. There are not hundreds of different ingredients and you also don't have to figure out recipes by yourself. That's something I really like about the game. Both of your buildings can be packed and carried around. They don't take up space in the inventory. Then you can just set them up again at any place in the world without additional costs. Your character, of which there are 8 different types, each providing different bonuses, can be outfitted with all kinds of equipment, increasing his chances of survival. Following the learning by doing principle, your hero also slowly gains skill points, which can be used to improve various talents, from gathering speed over natural defense and attack strength to carrying capacity and the ability to skin animals, for example. For this you will have to stay alive though, and since wood for fires is in plentiful supply, a major concern is food. You can either gather stuff like mushrooms and berries, you can go hunting for deer, boars, wolves, etc., or later also start growing vegetables in your bunker. In abandoned shelters and buildings you often also find canned food, energy bars and similar things which are very valuable due to how much they fill up your hunger gauge. So your main thing after taking care of the most basic necessities will be exploring. Not only because of the main questline, but also since there are tons of things hidden in the world. You also need to be in the mood to gather and hunt all the materials you need for crafting better and more effective equipment. Animals, after all, have the nasty habit of running away from you. Well, except for those wolves and bears, they come to you. And, I mean, who wouldn't want to run around in a self-crafted, iron-reinforced fur armor wielding a giant mace or a sword? Some special items like a machete or a helmet, which can't be crafted, can be found as random loot in the game world, so make sure to explore every interesting location you come across. I don't want to spoil much about the story, because it really seems to be quite interesting. So just a bit, things get out of hand pretty fast. It's not just a normal plane crash. I mean, look, I stumbled upon a werewolf in a bunker, which apparently experimented with some nuclear stuff. Granted, the thing killed me without much trouble the first time, but hey, I came back and beat his ass. There's more of that later on, a lot of mysterious and supernatural stuff. You'll stumble over a lot of abandoned shacks, bunkers, laboratories, cars and more, lots of them destroyed or broken. Something's fishy in this ice-cold Alaskan wildland. Oh right, if you die, and that will probably happen from time to time, you drop all your items but can respawn and collect them. If you find your corpse, that is. On normal mode, your skills and building levels reset to 0 at death. On easy, you only lose your equipment. Since enemies, like my friend the werewolf, stay injured, you're able to die your way forward, basically. The Wild 8 is in early access right now, mind you, meaning it's not entirely complete yet. Reaching the maximum level for crafting skills, for example, can be done within a few hours at the moment. That will probably be expanded on. Also, I certainly didn't explore all of the game yet, plus some story chapters are still waiting to be released. The game enjoys fairly regular updates, so activity-wise it's looking good. The last big one was about a month ago and all main features seem to be implemented already. Personally, I would, for example, like to see a repair option, at least for higher tier equipment. As I said at the beginning, I only explored the game world on my own so far. In multiplayer, you can of course divide all tasks and the skills between all of you, having a designated hunter, a crafter, etc., meaning losing one guy doesn't lead to all your skill progress being reset. For fans of survival co-op games, this looks like a gem, already pretty well polished and fun to play. The story definitely is intriguing, but I hope there'll be a little bit more to do crafting wise in the final release. Check out the game on Steam if you got interested, and thank you all for watching. I hope to see you again next time.